everybody for coming in. My name is Gautam Wadhwa. I'm the chair of the program, Alyssa Hillock. I first want to start by thanking Alyssa and Sean and Lisa for working tirelessly for this event. We were here till 11 p.m. yesterday printing stuff. We broke down every printer you can think of on this campus. Like 2 of ours broke down. We were banging at doors, finding more printers. So if anybody needs to know where the printers are, who's the person to contact, you can contact me. But we got it done. It was fun. Thanks to the students. I mean, this is such an amazing batch. It's great to see all the work that came out of this class. And this is kind of like our COVID batch in a way. These guys started when there was COVID. They had already been here 1.5 years or so, and then they come to campus for the first time, and we're giving them tours, and like, hey, this is where the lab is. Jessica, I gave her the tour last week, so we were still doing that. So it's happy to see everybody in person, to come to campus, to enjoy the company of everybody, learn from each other. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. We'll be starting with our presentation. So welcome, Kendall Molina. Where's Kendall? So we have a class called Graphic Design 4. In that class, everybody pitches an idea for what the identity for the portfolio for that year would be. So all the students submit their entries, and it's a really tough job because there's so many amazing entries to pick from. This year it was Kendall. Kendall, you want to come on stage? So that's the... So that's our first award for the night. She has worked a lot. She's provided like all the screens you see, the printing we did, everything was created by Kendall. Huh?
I don't have to talk, right?
No.
Okay.
Use this. Play. Okay. We'll be talking about student success and then our awards. So just to see what students have been doing this last year. And then again, if you're new, you are in your first semester or something, just to see what we do. So we have AAS in graphic design, AAS in interactive media. Those are our 2-year programs, degrees. And then we have a certificate in graphic design and a certificate in web design. Those are our 1-year programs. These are colleges we have articulation agreements with. We have more articulation agreements, but these are our top 3: Columbia College Chicago, Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design, and IU. So what that means is you do 2 years with us, and then you can go straight into their junior year. They accept all the credits that you take here. Great faculty. Let's hear it for all the faculty. Up-to-date equipment, and I'm not kidding. These students go to Columbia and they come back like, they don't have scanners in their labs. Like, they don't have this, and so we're lucky. We've been fortunate to have all those equipment and facilities on campus and online classes. We are still about like 50-50. A lot of our students do still like online classes, so I'll be still giving tours to our students who've been with us for 2 years, it looks like. Okay, let's hear it for these students. Gracie Bloom got a 100% scholarship to go to Columbia. Yeah! Lauren Chahon, also 100%. Yeah! Sophia, 70, and then Jennifer. Where's Jennifer? Where's Jen? Woo! 80%. So Columbia College is excited to have our students, so good job, guys. Here's another one, Sophia again. She was the finalist. She was the finalist for the Outstanding Graduate Award, so congratulations, Sophia. This shoot was happening yesterday as we were walking around and trying to get stuff printed. And she sent me the photo like late last night or something. We made it. Good job. We have a class called Graphic Design 4 where we work in teams. Yeah, teams, I know. People's. See, that's why I had that silence. I wanted to hear that boo before I could move on. It's the first time students work in an environment like what they would experience in real life, like you work with other people, you work with real clients, you learn how to present, you learn how to defend your work, you learn how to guide the client. So these are some of the projects from that class. Triadic, where's Triadic? Let's stand up and Triadic. Woo! They did a whole conference design. The conference is going to be next year. It's called Information Literacy Summit. It'll be held here at COD. They designed the logo, as you can see, swag, cards, anything else that the conference would have, posters. So good job. And then they also work with Innovation DuPage. They did this mural, which is going to be printed and installed pretty soon. So that was their second project. Constella, where is Constella? Yeah. Yeah, as you can look at the name Constella, they talk more about, tarot cards and stuff than actually working on things, but, like, what's your zodiac sign? That was the first question in that team. Okay. Give my social security number as well. Okay.
All right, hecklers.
So anybody wants my resume, contact Gracie. So they did an amazing event. This is called Treasures of DuPage, where our Graphic Design 4 class works with event planning class. The event planning class, of course, designs the whole event. Then there's a wine pairing class, which picks up the wine for the event. Then there's a culinary class that creates the food for the event. So 4 or 5 classes get together and create this event. And this actually happened last week, and we were lucky enough to go and attend that. These were their designs. And then, Alicia, are you still here? I don't know. So Alicia is the owner of Soul Brew, My Soul Brew, and she's from Milwaukee. She came to us. She wanted designs for her cans, and these were the designs that Constella created. A design. Come on, let's get out. I see some of you there. Yee! So they did logo identity for Southwest Staffing and Consulting. This is what they created, and then they, of course, made the business cards and letterheads. And then they worked with Student Affairs, which is a department here at COD. They designed their logo. And we are having a big Warhol exhibit over the summer, so they also designed like different identities for their sub-departments. Novelle. Yeah. I see Sophia, we're like others. Kayla. Wasn't that a fun project? Yeah. If you want to like talk to these guys, they'll go on for like, they can go on for like a whole 24 hours talking about this single project that they worked on. Well, Tidy Queens. I think it turned out pretty good. That's how it's going to look like on a t-shirt. And then they worked with COD votes. So these are the stickers that they created. Of course, we cannot show everything that we did. They did an amazing poster, and then these are going to be postcards. Where's Team New? Isabel. They worked with Expressive Mocha, did their labeling. These are the labels. And they also worked this, they're kind of like still working on this project as we speak. Some big enterprises, they're doing the logo for that. For We the Kids, this is like 4 Tangerines, the coolest name ever. Where's 4 Tangerines? They did the logo for this. It's an online company which teaches kids Spanish. So this is the logo, and then they did a mascot, and they'll be creating a coloring book. So this is the cover of that. And they also work with a company called RX Bone, which creates healthy dog treats. So they did the logo for them, and then the packaging. Apex Studio. There's Lauren. So our mascot is Chappie. Do you guys know that story? Like, why is it called Chappie? Why is it called Chappie? Yes, good. So back in the day when COD started, like 50 years back or so, we didn't have a campus. They would give us warehouses to teach at, and they were like spread all over the DuPage County. So the students as well as the faculty had to drive to a different class every time to all these places. So they started calling themselves Roadrunners of Chaparral, and that's where Chappie comes from. So that's a little bit of our history. And then Chappie Chow is the chow that they created there. They were giving out at football games. They just wanted to brand that so they could still continue doing that. And they would be also offering that at their hotel. So we do have a hotel on campus. And when people go in, this is what they would be greeted with. So they did the logo and the illustration. And then we worked with Arts DuPage. We created a logo for them. So this is the final logo. And then, of course, next award again goes to Kendall. So that class also works with theater, and I call them passion projects. Yes, they are required projects, because I heard about that endlessly. But these are like fun projects. So in between, when you're working with clients, you have limitations, and here's Kendall. So everybody presents their idea for the poster, and Kendall's was picked. So that's her poster. You'll be seeing this all over DuPage County this summer. And then we also worked with Naperville Humane Society, and they actually picked 6 students to do their T-shirts, and everybody's going to get an award tonight. So Sarah, come on to the stage. She actually, I kept telling everybody, 1 is the minimum. You can submit more than that, but she's the only one who did that, and she got both of her designs picked. They'll be printed on T-shirts.
All right, I'm sorry.
I guess the others can also start making their way to the stage. So Sarah, then there's Irina. Where's Irina? Sorry I'm late because my cats needed a cuddle. Who's not going to buy that T-shirt? Sophia. They have a beer event, and they wanted us to create something for that, so that's that. I don't know if Sophia is even 21, or are you? But that was her design. Kayla. Okay, if you ever want to sell a T-shirt, do tie and dye. They always sell out. That's Kayla's design. And then Morgan. Where's Morgan? So they will be printing these and selling them on their website, so look out for these designs, and yay! Yeah. Everybody gets a goodie bag.
The T-shirts are awesome. Just to be a
Okay. Okay, yeah, 6 of them. They're making their way to the stage. We'll start with our other awards. We'll just give them a minute. Okay. No. Our judges were Grace Bernier. She is a senior interaction designer at Northern Ground, which is an agency in Milwaukee. Allie, founder and CEO, Find Your Anchor. And then Dave Pebelon, he teaches at Columbia College. These were our judges. Elisa and I teach portfolio. We organize all the work that is submitted. And the contest is open to not only the portfolio class, but to the entire department. We get judges from outside, they look at the work, and then they decide the winners. First is going to be identity. I'm going to start off with honorable mentions. Gracie Bloom, Lovebird. Yeah, when we announce your name, you can come up. See her pretty cool design. Jennifer, she did Lola. Woo. And believe me, like we're working on this in portfolio. We struggled so much with like finding the colors and what angle the type should be, everything. But I think it looks amazing. So, ice cream truck. Emily, is Emily here? Where's Emily? There she is. So Modi, pretty cool illustrative logo. And I think she was still working on the project when she submitted this. Yay. Isabel! Cotswipes. Really cool project. Of course, like we cannot show the entire project here, so we just show a couple of, like just a glimpse of that. So that she did the logo, menu, and then again, another view of the menu. Stephanie, I'm not sure if Stephanie is here. I didn't see her. She did Keflavik, so these are luggage tags for different airports that the class does. Emerging designer. So what used to happen before, like all the awards would be cleaned up by these guys in portfolio because they have, this is like their second take on the design. So we thought we'll do an emerging designer's design, which is only open to students who are in their first year. So this is the emerging designer for identity. This is Amber Brown. Again, I don't think I saw her. But pretty cool Houston luggage tag that she did. Is Amber here? Okay. First place in identity. Anybody wants to guess? Like, who would that be? Okay. Amen. The Whale Center. So that's her logo for the Whale Center. And she even did posters. She did a whole 3-piece brochure as well on this. And then we'll move on to packaging. Want to do packaging?
I'll be reading the packaging.
Yeah.
So the honorable mentions for packaging, Sarah Dennis for 2 koi. which is lovely. If you stop by her table, you can see it printed. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, this was like, I think you did this project like pretty much last minute in a way in portfolio. Yeah, it was like, I need 12 projects, but I have 11. What do I do? Create an award-winning design. That's what you do. So,
Look how beautiful it
label.
looks on the bottle. Pretty sharp. Our second honorable mention, and you've seen her before, Kendall Molina. She's back up. She did this as part of an ad campaign, and I think the package was probably not the first thing you did, and yet judges loved it. They want more flavors. Mixed up in my order. How did that happen?
There you go.
Thank you.
Kendall, you need to give a speech.
Next time. And
Aman
you've
again.
Seen her before. It's Aman. Aman has a beautiful sense of color, and the judges kept commenting on the detail on the chocolate bars, that she went so far as to do all the tiny little details. Thank you.
Martin
Cabrera.
So I think it's a pretty amazing piece.
It is really cool. And now we have the Emerging Designer Award for packaging. So this is the first place from our emerging designers, Stephanie Twardek. For Boost. Look how cool that is. See here? And then our first place package design prize for the year is Yari Montelongo.
Where's Yari?
For Source Cookies.
Hey, Yari.
And Yari would have been an emerging designer, but she won everything.
Yeah. Yeah, the big award is open to everybody.
Yeah.
The emerging is only open to the first year students. Pretty cool. I think I don't know, how many countries did you do, Yari, for this? 10, wow. Wow, so yeah. And pretty nice skill in terms of creating these boxes. Web, everybody's favorite.
Said one person.
That's one person out of, I don't know, 200 people here. That's yeah. And David is right there, you know, he's the one who teaches web. So, yeah. Woo! Let's hear it for David. Honorable mentions. Kendall with the Root app. It's a habit tracking app. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why I was confused.
Drink water. Track your habits. Nancy for Mira. Woo! the amount of time we spent on creating that logo, which is really hard to see on up top, is crazy. And then, of course, really cool, like she broke the grid, really interesting floating elements. Danielle created Submerge. The judges could not get over that phrase, I want to hold your hand. They kept, talking about that. And like, what a cool menu she did. Like, looks like bacon, but really, really cool design. Emerging designer, Jessica Butler. So the slideshow does not do justice to the app because it has pretty cool animations which we cannot show here. And if you guys want to see that, go to her Behance page and look at that.
Jessica also, along with Julia, is responsible for tons of work on these banners that have made this place look so festive.
Where's Julia? Jessica and Julia. So some more panels from her app. And the first place goes to Marie. I don't know if she's here. It's Roku, so this is the website, this is what it looks like. And the judges were talking about, like, when they looked at each and every piece, they were like, this is a piece that is production ready. Like, it is just ready to go into production, and that's why they picked this one over the others. Editorial.
This is a big one. We had so many entries into editorial.
But like, what is editorial? So like, what exactly
is editorial? Well, like, it involves any kind of text, magazines, brochures, advertising campaigns. What else did we go in there? Posters. So you can see it's a wide group. So a lot of people entered in editorial. So to win here is a big deal because the numbers are against you. So let's see how we did. The first honorable mention, Morgan Baratza. Morgan reworked this magazine. It's a 12-page magazine. How many times, Morgan?
Like 50.
50 times. Well, it paid off because the judges loved it. It's a beautiful sculpture. Speaking of hard work, Julia, who's also responsible for our banners, she made an entire alphabet from shavings from art crayons and sat in the back of the classroom creating them for a few hours, I would say.
Hey, Julia, a question for you. Did you clean up after? Yeah. After you doing all this? Or am I going to find this in the labs? Like, okay.
Nice job. Eleni Cervantes. This impressed the judges. Do we have a picture of the flip too?
Yeah.
There you go. It has the 3 colors. I don't know if you can see it.
These are like actual color wheels, and that's what holds this whole thing together.
Plus, it's beautifully laid out. Nice job. And Marie for Hawkins. And this is a full ad campaign, so you see how wide the category is. Finally, a magazine, Munaza Saida. It's a lovely, do we have more pages of it? Look at that beautiful table of contents and colors and type treatment. Yay. Now, because this is such a large category, we have a tie from the judges who just couldn't decide, and we have two emerging designer winners. The first emerging designer is Sasha Antipenko. For the social issues poster. Congrats. And our second winner is Nakia Ali. For a beautiful magazine.
Amazing photos and colors. And
Just
yeah.
really came alive. Thank you. Now for the winner that you've been waiting for, probably, Jennifer Martinez for Apollo. Who apparently brought an entourage.
Hey guys, if you're in first year, that's what you need to do. Get a lot. Have a big family, bring them all here or friends, and you get an award. Right, Sophia? That's what Sophia was telling me. Illustration, again, like a pretty big category, and we have a lot of students who actually find their way into graphic design through illustrations. This is what they just love doing, and whether it's like pen on paper or Procreate, they just love to create. So it's a pretty big category. Honorable mentions. Danielle Ware. Isometric Utopia.
Audio people.
Gracie Bloom, Undersea Life. So when I was telling you guys like how students create these amazing, ideas for identity for this show, this was actually one of them, and it became Undersea Life. But pretty cool. I mean, you can only imagine how difficult it is to pick one person for that.
Would have been a cool T-shirt, right?
Yeah. Morgan, life is a circus. Same thing like Gracie. This was also created for portfolio identity. That was her entry for that, and then it was used in her portfolio. Lawrence, a whole one. So when we did that project with Naperville Humane Society, we sent them the designs. They picked the 6 that they liked, but the judges really loved this design. They were like, this is so cool. They were like, they should have picked this one and made a T-shirt for that.
Yeah, they were crazy about this one.
Irina for Teen Wolf. Okay, before teaching portfolio, I didn't know that there's a show called Teen Wolf. That's what, I learned from Irina.
We learn a lot from our students.
So a series of 3 posters there. Chelsea Cabalan for her personal map. I don't think she's,
Is Chelsea here?
I don't think she's here. But this is done in Graphic Design 1, so we do a personal map in that class. And this, I think she switched majors from nursing to graphic design. So this was like, how can I apply both and then make a cool poster out of that? Emerging designer for illustration. Martin again. Either way is okay. So we have another emerging designer, Emily Sun for Cityscape. First place for print, we have two, so because a lot of students submitted animations or GIFs, so we have one for print, one for motion. Emily Strobin again for Isometric Utopia. What a cool illustration. Illustration for motion. Nancy Orozco for Arrow. This is so cool. Like, this is so cool. How many hours did you spend on this? We need to look at this at least 3-4 times.
A lot of hours
So
was
cool.
her answer, if you didn't hear it.
One last time. We have to look at this one more time. If it'll play. Oh. Design systems.
Wait a minute, it's a tiny little one. Design systems is probably our most smallest number of entries, but it is the most difficult because it is encompassing at least 3 of the categories that are within this. So you would have to have an editorial, an illustration, a 3D. So it would be an involved project that would have packaging, photography, a group of things in it. So we don't have an emerging designer for it because they really don't have a chance to do these complex projects in the very beginning of the program. Sarah Dennis is our first for interior motive. And Gotham, you can talk about this one. It's from your class. It's a catalog and...
Yeah, so this is totally created in Portfolio. And there are, like, again, a lot of pieces. There's a catalog, then there's a swatch book. So she actually bought a Cricut printer to create that, and she's still trying to find her way through that. It's pretty cool. I think it looked really good at what she put together.
Morgan Bear.
For Bear.
And this project, she reworked in Portfolio, but it's originally from advertising. That's right. It was an ad campaign, and it involved packaging. There you go.
Logo, Instagram.
You did it. Congratulations, Morgan. Now, the winner of this, and the judges were pretty excited by this piece, I have to say. First place, Design Systems, Gracie Bloom. This was also an advertising campaign. And it involved, so it takes more creativity to have so many different pieces that work together. So she did the packaging, the logo, the 3 different types for the 3 different types of hair, and then the campaign and tagline, Stick Out, which is, you've been here today, you don't know, Gracie doesn't stick out at all.
Yay. Okay, so we again, as we did the emerging designer, we also started doing a rising star, so somebody to look out for next year. So this is someone who submitted a lot of entries, was really liked by the judges, and they are still in their first year. So they would be probably doing portfolio or taking portfolio next year. And this year, for 2023, that goes to Nancy Orozco. She actually gets a trophy, which we make it in our design lab. Okay, now we'll be moving on to our portfolio, so the last category, and this is only open to students who are in the portfolio seminar class. These are the students who are graduating. They have taken all the classes that they could, so now they come to portfolio. They create their portfolio, go back and edit the pieces or add more stuff, as you saw with design systems to it. So it's a lot of work, and I would say it was just fun teaching that class this year. We got some really good pieces, and it's so good to see the growth and the transition happening in each of the students. So from the day they come into portfolio, what their work looks like, and then what it looks like towards the end. So good job, everybody.
Good job, everybody, yeah, it was great.
So honorable mentions for portfolio, so like, I think they have about 12 to 16 pieces. What was the quality of these pieces? And we actually created a form for the judges, so they were looking at all the students in portfolio and then entering, like, grading them based on that. So these are the results of that, so honorable mentions. Sarah, Vinius.
Been up here a few times, huh?
Yeah. Next one is Gracie Bloom. Aman Gadri. Morgan. John Weiss. Yeah, most of his designs, he had submitted them last year, and he won awards for that. But this year, it's the portfolio. Okay, first place. I think we have time. We want to talk about, like, what are your plans after? Like, where's the after party? Like, there's no rush.
This is fun to look at.
Yeah, this is good to
it's
look
really
at.
interesting. Isn't this cool? You got
What?
23 on here. Gotham designed this, didn't you? Yeah. And made the first one.
Okay. The biggest award for the night, the first place for portfolio, the person who whose portfolio judges just loved, and they were like, all the pieces are amazing, and they would.
They loved all of them.
Yeah.
They really spoke highly of all the portfolios.
That was one of the criteria. So out of like 12 pieces, do you like all of them? Do you like 8 of them? Or do you know how many of those? So this was the person whose portfolio they picked. Kendall Maria. All the way from Texas. She lives in Austin.
Yeah, she flew in for this.
Now I do.
Yeah. She took.
I know I needed the other one.
Yeah.
She won the emerging designer.
Last year.
She has 2 now.
Yeah.
So something to try for, Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy.
And something for all of you to keep her from getting.
Cool. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for supporting the students.